Chat GPT. Welcome back. Just pull up a chair. Thanksgiving in a few days. Busy week. It's only gonna get better and busier.
Think because
Just
of
pull up a chair.
what you've been through
You said that
that
already.
you have like I have to say the last sorry was like you just see a man that's like zero fucks given. Do you feel like because of what you've endured that like man, you're just are you know what I mean? Like have you transcended giving a fuck?
Well, it's so, a lot of things happen at the same time. So you take on the sense of freedom at the same time as you take on, it's been painful.
Yeah.
So in some ways I have a thinner skin and but I look after myself better than I used to.
Yeah.
I think before all this stuff happened, I was quite reckless
Yeah.
with my life and with my privacy and
We can
with
imagine.
my ego and with my everything. I was just like, hey, everybody, look at this, look at everything.
Yeah.
And I was just letting it all out and also taking on anything I was asked to do. And it was just, and I didn't have
Yeah.
a sense of,
Yeah, you gotta be
like
careful
in
with that in life.
in this last special, sorry, I used Bob Dylan.
You don't want
what do
yes
you
men
call this
around
song?
you, and you don't want
Like
to
a-
become a yes man.
like a Rolling Stone in the opening.
Sometimes
Because of this one line where
Bounce.
he says, your friends all said, beware, doll, you're going to fall. You thought they were all
Not the
kidding
yes
you.
man,
This
for
is the
you to
way I
say
look
yes.
at my life before, was that I just didn't think there was danger in the world somehow. So now I do, and that's changed me a little bit. So that's opposite of like no fucks
Gotcha.
given in a sense. But that's more about the way I live my life and the way I plan my life now. But on stage, that's holy. That's a holy place for me. And I do think I got that back, was the sense of like, don't let anything get between you and the perfect version of this joke and the audience's enjoyment of it. Like that place is sealed
Was that
off.
work
sealed
to
off.
get there?
Yeah, it was a bit of a process.
Yeah.
Because I was really scared coming back to work at first.
I don't think people ever really appreciate. I mean, only people who have been in your position can appreciate the feeling of, being publicly like shamed, and they don't really register like, and then that you don't get to in many ways explain it, right?
No,
Because-
you can't really.
right. You don't really, because then you have a lot of people going, "Oh, poor you."
Yeah.
But there is something to be said about like, hey, that is like that's a painful experience, right?
Yeah.
Like it's painful to be like looked at a certain way and talked about, and you just have to keep that to yourself. You feel like,
Yeah, for the most part, I think so. I think it's hard to express. It's painful to talk about, and
Yeah.
it's exposing to talk about in a way that's, I'm not sure if it's safe.
yeah,
So yeah, but there's a lot of things in life that work on you inside,
yeah,
and there's a lot of ways that no one can see the world the way you see it.
yeah,
They see you and the way you live your life from the outside. And
Totally.
you see it from this side, and there's a huge gap there. So at first, I think I used to think, how can I bridge that gap? How can I make that the same? And then I realized, no, that's a good gap. That's a good gap. And it did give me back something I didn't have for a lot of years, which I missed, which was privacy. I'm a different
Yeah.
person than other people think I am.
Well, you wanted
Yeah.
to hide.
And a lot of people don't know what I've experienced. And that's kind of, I kind of
That's
treasure
fair.
that in a way.
yeah,
So I didn't expect that to be part of it. But yeah, you just have to accept it. It's all, and anybody who's been through anything will tell you that acceptance is how you survive anything.
yeah,
Man, that is the truth. Especially with becoming a mom, it's like this radical acceptance of what is versus
I'll tell you what we don't have to accept. This BS that you're spewing out. Imagine you ruin a good interview, like with a legend like Louis C.K. You just say the most. You want to talk intrusive thoughts? Those are sometimes my intrusive thoughts. Like I'm at work and I'm like, I'm doing something and the person's like, oh, let me get this, and I just want to. My intrusive thoughts are, why don't you get the freak out? How about you get that? Take your order and get the freak out. Take your opinions. Sometimes intrusive thoughts, we all have them. Women, they don't understand this. They think we're psychos. I talk to women all the time. I ask them about their intrusive thoughts. I ask them if they're having any that could benefit me in the moment. I'm joking. But, yeah, women think we're psychos. I remember talking with some husband and wives, and And we were all just explaining how sometimes as a man, you're just in the back of a taxi cab and you're like, I got it on me and I could just take this man for everything he has and leave him in the woods. Some crazy stuff. But you're not going to do it. Your morals, your ethics, and your reality is I would have to face consequences or that's just wrong. But women, they hear that. Or let's go. Let's tone it down. You know, you're in a restaurant and you're like someone just standing in front of you. And you're like, this is ridiculous. This guy, he kind of low-key skipped me. I know he didn't see me. He took my parking, whatever. And you're like, I could just smack. You know what? It's not even that deep, though. Intrusive thoughts are usually not that deep. So let me rewind. Let's tone it down and rewind. Let's slow it down. You're just sitting in a bench and someone's sitting in front of you. Or you're in an auditorium sitting and someone's in front of you and they have a bald head. Why does that matter? Because it's going to make sense when I tell you the intrusive thought. And you're just like, I could just smack him right now in the back of his head. He wouldn't even see it coming. It's just a random thought that you're like, nah. Why would I do that though? Why would I do that? What reason would I stoop low to do something that is stupid or foolish? I mean, at least those are my intrusive thoughts. If there's one person on the internet that I feel like really allowed and helped me to realize I'm not as crazy as I think I am. Not because I think there's always someone crazier. There's always someone bigger, stronger, smarter, faster. But what I'm saying is, Joey Coco Diaz says things out of his mouth that I thought, oh wow, I thought stupid things like that or crazy things like that. And he really was one, because you know, I watched him when I was young. I was a young man. So he was one when I was a younger man that I would go, oh, guys think like that, okay. And then obviously I got to experience more life and I'm like, oh yeah, everybody has crazy thoughts. Everybody has intrusive thoughts. Hey, listen, chat. I cut this man off and I had nothing to say. I mean, I did. I was going to say, let's finish. I got two things to say.
But was.
That's right.
And it seems to me like that's the only, like your father was great at that, is accepting what
in the
is.
comment
Like,
section,
just
what are
what's
some of
going
your
on right
intrusive
now,
thoughts?
not what the story is in
Keep
your
it,
head.
keep it.
It's like I said,
Radical acceptance is a great phrase. And it is, I think a mom is a good example.
And if
One
anybody
example,
says
because
anything about
it's too
forceful
much.
sexual,
It's too much, right?
Yeah.
It's
anything,
overwhelming. A
I'm
dad
blocking
can
you.
take just how much he wants and then a little more and then brag about the little more.
yeah.
I was watching
Dads
someone
love
stream
saying
the other
that.
day.
That's so hard.
They were
all
literally
night. Fuck you.
Spanning
Like,
the
fuck
word.
you.
I'm like,
Because
yo,
you
what
can
are y'all doing?
go,
What is going on?
all right,
Yeah.
and I'm going to work.
Yeah.
But the mom is just, it's just like you just want to fucking burn this thing.
Yeah. Some
horrible.
days, yeah.
And then guilt of feeling.
Oh, that's the worst.
Right?
The guilt of the feeling and
Yeah.
the shame that's built in. Yeah.
But that's it. It's the only thing that stabilizes it is radical acceptance. It's like, well, that's not the world anymore. That's just not the world. And also, when it becomes a new condition, it's different for people that have gone through something like losing a limb or trauma, and then life after that is full of like support and
Life after
trying
death.
to get back. But when your life changes to where it's like, this is hard now.
Yeah.
Like,
Life
this
after
new version
changes.
of life is hard every day, and there's stuff getting harder. It's not like when you can't find. I think that's what motherhood is like too. It just gets
Yeah.
harder and harder. And yeah, you just got to go. Okay, just every day, see how you get through this day, and it's not going to be better tomorrow. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
It's not. Tomorrow's not going
Don't
to be
take
better.
that away from me, my hope, you bastard.
No, but that's the only way you're gonna
God
get. That's
damn.
the-
Who's an artist that till this day you can listen to their first mixtape? Like, it blew my mind as a young man, but especially as an artist, especially later down in life, like where I'm at now at my age, but definitely when I was younger. When I was every day writing, trying to make this music thing happen. Even today, I was writing hooks. Yesterday, I was writing verses. So it's always a thing, but I'm talking about when I was spending 10, 12 hours writing with material, sitting in front of a TV, watching some of my favorite movies, rolling up, hanging out with the broskies, fixing words, tweaking words, looking up definitions, looking for a better word, looking up synonyms, looking up all types of things. One of the tapes, and Free Dirk, but one of the tapes that I went back to was Life Ain't No Joke, his first mixtape. Bro, you know how rare it is that an artist drops their first mix? Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. Some of his first music, oh, forget about it. I wouldn't play that in my car or in my house. Some of his first songs, he was one of the artists smart enough to drop singles first. Not singles, but just a track here, try to. That's probably when he was trying to figure out how to get money to, when he first came home fresh out, he was probably trying to figure out, where do I get money to go to the studio? Who's going to mix and master? I need money for that. So he was probably trying to figure out his situation. And I'm pretty sure he at least had a baby mom, at least one. I don't know how many he has now. So maybe he's trying to figure out how to get his money right. So maybe he was dropping one song every now and again. But when he dropped his first tape, that was a solid project. I'm telling you, a lot of artists, whether it's a singer, rapper, whatever it is on the track, a lot of their first stuff, you're like, I don't want to go near it. They don't want to go near it. They don't want to mention it. You talk about their first tape, and they're like, yeah. They always got like a disclaimer. Oh yeah, I was hungry at that time, but I was lost, or I was hungry, but I wasn't taking it too serious. That's their favorite one. I wasn't taking it too serious. And some of that might be true. Some of that might be exactly what they were going through. They weren't taking it too serious. But yeah, Dirk is one. What's an artist that you personally can revisit their first tape and it's solid? Like, God rest his soul, Mac Miller, I love him. But his first one, it's not something I rush back to every single month. But give me an artist, because I'll go check it out. You might as well drop the name. Tell me an artist you can listen to their first material of music. And it's still, maybe it doesn't hold as much weight today, but it still resonates and you can enjoy it. That ain't easy, bro. To have that under your belt and be able to say, yeah, my first tape is still pretty solid, that's not easy to do. That's when you're trying to figure out your flow, trying to figure out your style, trying to figure out what a melody is and what a verse is, trying to figure out how long you want your verses to be, and if you're going to stick to the usual 16 bars, trying to figure out what a bar even means, trying to figure out how to have the hardest bars, trying to filter who you are and the way you want to say things from the way or the music you've listened to thus far, and and what you've been inspired by your whole life, trying to bridge the gap between all those things. There's so much going on your first project. But by the way, we don't hold that against artists. That's what makes you the artist you are today. You're supposed to go through that trial and error. Now your first album, you gotta stand on that. You gotta stamp that. It is what it is. If it's a flop, if it's heat, if it's you want somewhere left with it, whatever it is, you gotta wear that. Cause your first album means you got money now. You can get whatever producer you want. You can get whatever beat you want. You can get all the writers in the world that you want. You can do anything you want on your first album. But you gotta wear that. You definitely gotta wear that. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
I keep thinking it's going to be better, man. No,
it's like tomorrow's going to blow just like today is. And all the best efforts, all the superhuman things.
Yeah.
There isn't some physical therapist helping me learn how to, come on, man, you can do it. Like, somebody from another country who's helping you it's just going to suck. Yeah. Nature really helps going out. And
Hey, but make no mistake. Life ain't no joke, ain't no sign in the streets 1 or 2. Make no mistake. There's definitely a difference there. But again, he was signed at that point. Better music, better beats, better hooks, better sounding, better auto-tune. Now you got guys who know how to auto-tune you just right. You got guys in the studio who can say, yo, bro, that's not it. Do the other one. Do the other flow you were just doing. Which one? The one when you first came in, you were playing with your phone? Oh, You think that sounds better? Yeah. Now you're getting guidance. Now you're getting other ears. You're not doing it all alone. You know, only what you hear, only what you see, only what you know. You're getting conversations in the studio. Someone says a story. You're like, yo, that needs to be like a hook. Like now you're molding. You're finally starting to really mold the artist you can be, the potential you have. So yeah, it ain't no sign to the streets too. Or one. I ain't gonna lie to you. One is a slap.
In the world, the earth,
Yeah.
like dirt. Like I'm not a gardener, but there's a garden in this house I have out in Shelter Island. And I don't garden, I don't plant anything, but it's kind of crazy. I
Who
go in
is
there
that
and
in the
dig,
back?
I just get my hands in the
Who's
dirt,
that
I
a
just touch
picture
the
of?
soil.
Yeah.
And you realize when you
I'm
really
serious.
how often do you do that? Like almost never, right? Now I'm just not into gardening.
Is
So I
that-
want to do that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's ripping the soil of the earth and going, this
Yeah.
is a living, it's crazy.
Is that?
Yeah.
And if you put a seed in there, shit grows. It's
Fucking
fucking
A,
sick.
how?
What's his
It's a
name? Jay?
magical
Is that
place.
Big J?
Sure.
And when you just see it as grass, pavement,
In a
areas that I
medieval
can
outfit?
walk on to get to the next task,
Is that Jay Oaken?
you just are
Oaken?
missing the fucking
Oakenson?
point if you can actually get in there. I got really into. I went to Africa, and I was looking into a tree because it had gaps in it, and this guy ran up and punched me. And he said, "There's black mambo snakes that wait for somebody to do that."
Wow. That's what they do with the cracks.
And
Wow.
he goes, "And you're dead, and I can't help you."
Wow.
Anyway,
That's a good
God.
lesson.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Don't put your eye in there, dummy.
don't.
Ooh, mommy, did you enjoy that highlight? Watch out.
See, only a wife could do that. A wife that lives a beautiful life. A man tells a story of how he literally had a interaction with death right around the corner, this close, and she's just like, "What a dummy." Yeah, he's a dummy. How would he know? You go to Africa, you don't know the rules of Africa. Only women say that yeah. Listen, I compare children and kids or children and women all the time, but I'm telling you, once again, another comparison. Kids say the darnest things, and so do women. What a woman! What a privileged, beautiful woman, right? Just like, what an idiot. Why would he put his eye in a crack? Because he was exploring, because he was being a man and outside and looking around. And he's just thinking and this close to death. Hey, you big dummy. How is he a dummy for putting his face close to a tree? Like he's supposed to know that. Can't live with him, can't live without him. Can't live with him, can't live around him. Right? No, seriously, can't live without him. Lord knows I don't want to live without him.
Not fake!
I had to live
Welcome
without
to the
him for a little
review.
bit.
Today I'm counting down 10 box office bombs from the year 2000.
Wait, y'all
Let me
can't
know
see,
in the
right?
comments which one of
Yeah,
these
let's face
deserved
that.
better and which ones got exactly what they deserved. Number 10, The Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas.
What are you doing here?
I am here to observe your species' mating rituals. So, get to it!
The Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas tried to bring the prehistoric magic back to theaters. This prequel to the 1994 live-action Flintstone film takes us back to before Fred and Barney were married, showing how they met Wilma and Betty, and how they all fell in love. We even get the Great Kazoo popping in because why not throw an alien into a Stone Age love story?
Actually, it's Gazoo. Go. Let's all say it together.
Silence!
This time, Mark Addy stepped into Fred's big feet.
Was that Pee Wee
Stephen
Herman
Baldwin
playing
played
him?
Barney. Kristen Johnson became Wilma, and Jane Krakowski rounded out the group as Betty. One big change, no Steven Spielberg this time around. He'd been an executive producer on the first film, but he sat this one out. The original Flintstones movie from '94 was a huge hit, pulling in an incredible $358 million worldwide. So Universal thought the franchise still had plenty of gas in the dinosaur tank. They even planned 2 sequels, until John Goodman refused to return as Fred, worried about being typecast. That's when the studio decided to roll with a prequel instead. Released on April 28, 2000, Viva Rock Vegas opened decently, $10.5 million in the number 2 spot at the box office, but quickly ran out of steam, ending with just $59.5 million worldwide on an $89 million budget, a far cry from the first film's success. Without the original cast, the movie just didn't have the same charm. Critics took their clubs to it, earning the film several Golden Raspberry nominations and a few nods from the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards. It turns out, even in the world of cavemen, you can't simply dig up old success. Number 9, Ready to Rumble.
Wrestling's fake.
Chat.
Wrestling's not fake.
For Cocoa Pebbles, they should have had Holly Berry play the wife of Fred Flintstone's right-hand man. I forget his name, which is crazy because he's not a sidekick. He's actually a right-hand man. I just forget his name. But Holly Berry, you know, she could have played the wife for Cocoa Pebbles. I don't think that's being weird racially. I think that makes sense, and it's
If you
Holly
ever
Berry.
wanted a wrestling movie that feels like an actual wrestling storyline gone wrong, Ready to Rumble delivered that body slam
Lord
in full
knows,
force.
well, you know.
Loosely inspired by the now defunct WCW. The film
I do
follows
love
two
Cocoa
diehard
Pebbles.
fans, played by David Arquette and Scott Conn, who set out to help their favorite fallen wrestler, Jimmy King, played by Oliver Platt, reclaim his glory in the ring. The movie also brought in several real-life WCW stars like Bill Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, and others, blurring the line between wrestling fantasy and movie fiction. Unfortunately, it couldn't pin down an audience. Released on April 7th, Ready to Rumble earned just $12.5 million against its $24 million budget, making it a certified box office flop.
Ready
But
to
the story
Rumble.
didn't end there. WCW decided to use the movie for a bit of real-life promotion, launching a tie-in storyline where David Arquette actually won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
I've never seen
Fans
that.
absolutely hated it, calling it one of the most embarrassing moments in wrestling history. Even Arquette himself later admitted it was a bad idea. Critics weren't any kinder, slamming the movie for being too juvenile and appealing only to hardcore wrestling fans. In hindsight, Ready to Rumble felt like a desperate tag team move to breathe life into WCW, but instead it just added another punch to the company's downfall. Less than a year later, WCW was sold to its rival, the
Hey.
Another punch, desperate tag team move.
Hey, my original Spider-Man, all my original Spider-Man fans, we know this man. I recognize this man's face. He got extra juiced up and wild in Spider-Man. We're talking about Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Tobey Maguire. I remember him. Go watch it.
Breathe life
If
into
you have it.
WCW, but instead it just added another punch to the company's downfall. Less than a year later, WCW was sold to its rival, the WWE, ending an era and leaving Ready to Rumble as one last bizarre chapter in wrestling's strangest storyline. Number 8, Dungeons and Dragons. Before Game of Thrones made fantasy cool again, Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah.
tried to roll the dice at the box office and came up snake eyes. Based on the legendary tabletop role-playing
Go on.
game, the movie follows an empress who seeks a powerful mythical rod to defeat an evil wizard. Along the way, she recruits two unlikely thieves to help save the realm. It looks epic on paper, but on screen, it was anything but. The film starred Justin Whalen, Marlon Wayans, Thor Birch, and Jeremy Irons, who gave a performance so over the top, it's practically a meme now.
You're not right back, do you? Good. I can use every ounce of your rage.
The project had been in development for nearly 10 years before cameras finally
Yikes.
rolled, but the end result looked rushed and oddly cheap. Critics blasted it for weak direction, flat performances, and CGI that didn't quite cast the right spell. Some even called Marlon Wayans' comic relief character a throwback to outdated racial stereotypes.
I suggest we lay low, let the whole thing blow over, come back, rob everybody. That's what we're gonna do. That's all.
To save costs, the production was moved to Prague, leaving about $13 million of its $45 million budget for special effects, which ended up being more distracting than dazzling. When it hit theaters in December of 2000, Dungeons & Dragons limped to just $33.8 million worldwide, making it both a critical and commercial failure. Personally, I found the movie pretty dull, more obsessed with flashy effects than with telling a story that actually made you care. For fans who'd waited a decade for a proper adaptation, this was less a heroic quest and more a tragic misfire. The franchise got some respect in 2023, with the release of Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, which was a critical and commercial success. Number 7, Get Carter.
My name is
Chat.
Jack Carter, and you don't want to.
We all know that Dungeons and Dragons obviously was more than a movie. It was also a board game. Well, actually, we don't all know that. Because I've never Googled Dungeons and Dragons or seen it in the store. But I think I've heard someone mention it pertaining to a board game. Irregardless, the point stands. What I want to say is, that's why you got to be careful with your money as far as investments. You learn this in anything you do. And one thing that you could see is in music right now. People that were streaming and running the numbers up, they're still running the numbers up, but they're not touring as much right now, and maybe even not streaming as high. Now, mind you, their streaming numbers, me and you would be willing to take any day. But still, the point is that's why you got to be, wise with your money. And any success you have, excuse me, you basically got to live where you're willing, to make compromises. Not everything needs to be, oh, I need the yacht, or I need the yacht version of this. Like, oh, I'm eating every night, or I need $100,000 spending on a year of a type of chef. Like, not everything you do needs to be the yacht version, like the best of the best. It's definitely important to enjoy your money and your time and your family, but just be wise. You just never know. And why am I saying all this? How am I going to tie this in? Because I don't hear anybody anymore. Like, you hear the usual, the classic ones. Like, let's play Uno, or what's up with dominoes. Dominoes probably will always be around, at least in a Hispanic home. But the point I'm making is, you don't hear no one saying, get the trouble. Someone take out trouble. Someone take out... I mean, I always enjoy checkers. I could spend hours just playing checkers. But it's even rare that you hear people saying, get the checkers, get the chess. And if you're blessed and fortunate enough to have a family that still gets together, does dinners, and, plays games, that's a blessing. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm sure some of those people, especially the CEOs, they never thought this day would come, where people are not heavy on board games. People rather get a phone and an iPhone and download 80 apps before they even touch a board game. They rather sit down on their grandma's couch and watch novellas and something that they don't even like or enjoy or understand the language before they go in the other room and grab a board game. And believe it or not, they might even rather go outside, which they don't do for anything, than to go grab a board game. Do you think the CEO knew that day would come? Not at all. You know what it is to be having the numbers, the monthly numbers coming in, and you're selling, 80,000 boxes of Twister, every year or whatever it is. I don't know the numbers. Maybe that's unrealistic. The point that I'm making is, it's important what you do with your money. It's important what you do with your newfound success. And if you're wise about it, if you save enough and you spend wisely, and you maybe even make some right investments, definitely some right friends. There's always networking. But yeah, you just never know, chat. You never know. And I'm not saying you gotta live like it can all be gone tomorrow, but you should probably, I don't know, because it's easy for me to say. I'm still broke. I'm still on the other side. Just be wise with it. It's the best I could say.
By 2000, Sylvester Stallone was still trying to reinvent himself after the 90s brought a few cinematic misfires. Enter Get Carter, a gritty crime remake that was supposed to put him back on top. Instead, it became another casualty in his filmography. Based on Ted Lewis's novel Jack's Return Home, and a remake of the 1971 British classic that starred Michael Caine, the movie follows a Las Vegas mob enforcer who returns home to investigate his brother's mysterious death. What he finds is a web of betrayal, crime, and revenge. At least that was the idea. The film featured a surprisingly strong cast: Stallone, Rachel Lee Cook, Alan Cumming, Mickey Rourke, John C. McGinley, and even Michael Caine himself. Caine initially agreed to do a quick one-scene cameo as a favor to Stallone, but after test screenings, the studio decided to expand his part, hoping his presence might give the film a boost.
The Stand Your Ground law is a self-defense.
Can I help you with something?
Unfortunately, not even Caine could save this one. Critics ripped Get Carter apart. Elizabeth Wiseman of the New York Daily News called it a throwaway story, hidden beneath a messy jumble of weird camera angles, worthless editing tricks, and an ill-placed, obnoxious score.
That's
Ouch.
funny.
With a hefty $63.5 million budget, the film only brought in $19.5 worldwide, losing over $40 million. Stallone's gritty performance wasn't enough to win over
What did you
audiences
think about
or
the
critics.
movie?
And it even earned him a
Bunch of
Razzie
weird
nomination
angles.
for Worst Actor.
Sloppy script.
In the end, Get Carter proved that some classics are better left untouched, because sometimes the original can't be outgunned, even by Stallone. Number 6, Battlefield Earth.
I will be the
A laughing
I haven't
stock
heard
to
of
the
a
human
lot of
race.
these.
Few movies crash and burn quite as spectacularly as Battlefield Earth, based on the 1982 novel by L. Ron Hubbard, founder of Scientology. The story's set in the year 3000, where Earth has been
Oh, he was
enslaved for
cooked from
1,000
the
years
start.
by a race of towering aliens known as the Cyclos. A small band of surviving humans rise up to reclaim the planet, and somehow it's even crazier on film than it sounds. John Travolta, one of Scientology's most famous members, produced the movie and starred as the villainous Terrell, alongside Barry Pepper and Forrest Whitaker. After the massive success of Pulp Fiction, Travolta used his renewed star power to finally bring Hubbard's book to the big screen, even asking Quentin Tarantino to direct at one point. Tarantino wisely passed.
Do you know how long I've waited for this day?
Released on May 12, 2000, Battlefield Earth opened decently at first, 11.5 million and the number 2 spot behind Gladiator. But the buzz evaporated faster than you could say man-animal.
I'm a little pressed for time. Why don't you save the going away jokes for later?
Chat, I'm not trying to start nothing because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think there's very few actors that I think this about because obviously I don't know them. But I think John Travolta, honestly, is a good man off screen, not just on screen. Good father, good husband. That's the character he comes across. To me, my opinion. You can say otherwise, and it probably, maybe you're right. Maybe we're both right. I don't know. But I'm not trying to start nothing. But that's interesting to hear, because John Travolta, who was in Pulp Fiction, QT's biggest, first big look with Pulp Fiction, and for someone like QT, who uses some of his, cast over and over again in different roles in different movies. John Travolta's never come back. He's never been back on another film with him. Makes you wonder, right? Like if QT passed up to direct this, did John Travolta take it personal? Did he look at it like, I'm cool, quitting is not, he couldn't do me a favor, and maybe said something that QT was like, oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We can respect. We can go. But, again, because I think he's a good man, maybe I'm reaching. Maybe nothing happened, and it just hasn't panned out. But, yeah, he should definitely, if that's the case, he should definitely have John Travolta in his last film. Sounds crazy to say, right? QT's going to hang it up. I think he'll pop out. I think he just won't be the one, writing, in charge of the score, directing the entire film, behind the casting director. I think he'll do little things like, maybe he'll write the script and then take the seat and back. I don't know, because someone like him who's so passionate, he loves this thing. He's the type of guy that he could talk movies in the coffee and having coffee together in the morning with random people. He can talk about movies and classics, especially if the person he's speaking to knows movies and knows classics. And he could talk movies when he gets home at 8 o'clock on a Friday and he's drinking beers with his buddies. He can talk movies. Like, he loves this. So for someone like Quentin, it's like, how is he going to hang it up? How is he going to hang it up? And even if he did do little things, again, because of his passion, how is he going to take the back seat? You know how hard it is to go, oh, I wrote this great script. Here, take it. And now go do what you want with my baby. You want to see who they're casting. You want to see, where's the first scene going to be shot. You want parts.
Absolutely eviscerated it, citing everything from the overuse of Dutch camera angles to dialogue that sounded like an alien itself wrote it. By the end of its run, the film had earned just $29.7 million worldwide, against a production budget of $73 million, with another $20 million reportedly spent on marketing. That made it one of the most expensive box office disasters in history. Travolta had once called Battlefield Earth his passion project. Unfortunately, it became more like a cautionary tale, proof that even passion can't save a movie that feels like it's from another planet.
We stick to the original plan.
No.
Someday we can.
That's actually a good lesson learned.
Honest.
Number 5.
And the lesson is, chat, that especially when you start getting notoriety and you're getting more popular and more money, just because something moves you, just because a book moves you, just because a movie scene, just because an entire movie and you get inspired, just because it moves you in a moment, you need to get, and this is what we talk about when we label people, oh, he's an artist and a businessman. You don't just throw around businessman loosely. You kind of got to earn that. You got to sharpen that tool. So just because something moves you doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna generate a buzz and get some money, get some money in your pocket, in your bank, if you go and get $20 million and invest in this one idea because you were moved by it. This is why it's important to have a team. Friends that'll be honest and say, bro, I'm your friend and I'm not going to watch that if you put that out. I don't care nothing about that book that you just explained to me. You wrote it, you're writing a script for it, and nothing about it seemed interesting. Like, that's why it's important to have family and friends that you can just go to and just get the honest talk from. Because I didn't even see that movie, so I'd be dead wrong to say it looks trash. But doesn't look appealing, chat. What they just showed me, John Travolta, so for him to walk around, being, in an interview and trying to be humble but be honest, like, hey, this is my passion project. Nobody was in his corner to tell him, yo, bro, abort mission. Just cause it moved you doesn't mean it's gonna rake in dollars.
Little Nicky.
You lose. Wrong flush. Off at the brazier.
Little Nicky, yeah, I know that movie did horrible, but I did laugh about. I mean,
By
I
the year
laughed
2000,
throughout
Adam
it.
Sandler was one of Hollywood's biggest comedy stars. But even he couldn't save Little Nicky from going
No,
straight to
he
box
couldn't
office
save
hell.
it.
The film follows Nicky, the awkward son of Satan, who's sent to Earth to track down his two rebellious brothers before they destroy the balance between good and evil.
Your brothers are upsetting the balance between good and evil.
Well, what can I do about it?
You can't do jack shit.
It's weird, loud, and unapologetically bizarre, featuring
It's
everything
bizarre.
from celebrity cameos to a talking dog.
Quentin Tarantino.
No.
Released on November 10th, 2000, Little Nicky debuted in the number 2 spot, right behind Charlie's Angels, pulling in $16 million during its opening weekend. But that infernal momentum didn't last long. By the end of its run, the movie had grossed only $58 million worldwide, against an $80 million budget, making it one of Sandler's few commercial misfires. Critics roasted it, calling it dumb, tasteless, and not that funny. And many found Sandler's voice and mannerisms as Nicky downright grating.
I would appreciate if you kept your voice down.
But despite all that, Little Nicky has developed a bit of a cult following over the years. Personally, I've watched it a few times, and while it's far from a masterpiece, I think it deserves a little more credit than it gets. And here's a fun bit of trivia. Nintendo actually released a Little Nicky Game Boy Color game in December of 2000, because apparently someone thought hell should be portable. In the end, Little Nicky may not have set the world on fire, but it's proof that even in Sandler's strangest roles, you can't deny his commitment to the chaos.
Yeah.
Number 4, Isn't She Great?
All I know about are people fucking their way into the movies and popping pills and winding up in the gutter. All I know about are aging stars, hopeful whores, and cheap studs.
With a title like Isn't She Great, you'd hope the movie would live up to it. But this one ended up being anything but. A fictionalized biography of author Jacqueline Suzanne, played by Bette Midler. The film traces her rise from a struggling actress obsessed with fame to the best-selling author of Valley of the Dolls. It also explores her relationship with her husband and press agent Irving Mansfield, played by Nathan Lane, her devotion to their institutionalized son, and her eventual battle with breast cancer. On paper, it had all the makings of a prestige comedy.
It sounded like
Colorful
it would be
life,
good.
Big emotions, and 2 powerhouse performers in the lead. But somehow the final product just fell completely flat. The movie was a strange American, British, German, Japanese co-production, and despite a $36 million budget, it earned less than $3 million worldwide. A catastrophic result by any measure. Critics absolutely shredded it. Roger Ebert gave the film 1 out of 4 stars, writing, "Here is a movie that needed great trash, great sex, and great gossip, and add all the critical moments Suzanne is talking to a tree." With that kind of review, you don't need box office numbers to tell you it bombed.
Hey, Jackie Suzanne simply has had enough shit lately.
I have to agree.
You owe me.
Number 3, Lucky Numbers.
You got that lottery
Hey.
machine down at the station, right? What I'm saying is,
Only for the people who never seen that movie. Tell me I'm not alone with thinking that he was using that as an expression. Talking to a tree. She was literally talking to a tree. It must have made sense in the movie, but I wasn't expecting that. Speaking of John,
Basil, you set for life. Gig. I just came off a botched, phony robbery. Let me bask in that for a while before I start thinking about tampering with a fucking state lottery.
Sometimes the real crime is how unfunny a dark comedy can be. Inspired by the 1980 Pennsylvania lottery scandal, Lucky Numbers stars John Travolta as Russ Richards, a down-on-his-luck weatherman who decides to turn his fortunes around by rigging the state lottery. He teams up with Crystal, a flirtatious lottery ball girl played by Lisa Kudrow, and together they hatch a plan that actually works. Until, of course, everything goes completely off the rails. Think Fargo, but without the snow or the charm. The film also features Tim Roth, Ed O'Neill, Michael Rappaport, and even Michael Moore.
Do you masturbate, Russ?
Yeah, that Michael Moore, rounding out a cast that deserved a better movie. Critics had no mercy. One review summed it up perfectly, saying everyone involved was ill-served by the director's rhythmless pacing, muddy visuals, and tendency to turn every character into a caricature.
I don't believe this, because I bought sandals in December for no reason.
With a bloated $65 million budget, Lucky Numbers barely scraped together $10 million at the box office.
Hey, tell me y'all heard about this internet. Maybe you can blame Reddit, maybe you can blame YouTube. But tell me y'all heard about this this internet rumor that Lisa was the mastermind. No. Yeah, that she was the mastermind, that she actually brought Friends, the story of Friends, the show, the hit show, to the producers. And what the show is, and then this is just another, inside the world of, and what Friends really is Lisa imagining all these people as her friends, but they're not actually there. When I heard that, I thought it was so dumb I had no choice but to go look it up. I reacted to it.
Yet both a commercial and critical disaster. Travolta was still riding the fame wave from Pulp Fiction and Face Off, but lightning didn't strike this time, it just fizzled. In the end, Lucky Numbers prove that even when the odds are rigged in your favor, you can still lose it all. Number 2, The Legend of Bagger Vance.
You should put the ball in the front of your stance. Other folks say you should put the ball. Folks say
you're gonna hit the ball, you're gonna dance with it.
Well, actually, I'm kind of partial to dancing. Me, this guy out in Tallahassee.
Hit the ball.
If Field of Dreams was about baseball and faith, The Legend of Bagger Vance tried to do the same for golf, just with a lot more mysticism and a lot less heart. Loosely inspired by the Bhagavad Gita, the sacred Hindu text, and based on Steve Pressfield's 1995 novel. The film tells the story of a once great golfer turned broken man played by Matt Damon, who's trying to find his swing and his purpose again. His guide comes in the form of a mysterious caddy named Bagger Vance, played by Will Smith, who seems to have all the answers, and maybe a bit of divine insight too. Released on November 3rd, 2000, the film opened at number 3 at the box office, right behind Charlie's Angels and Meet the Parents. Despite its all-star cast, including Charlize Theron, the movie quickly lost momentum, dropping 45% in the second weekend. Critics weren't buying what it was selling. Many called it slow, overly sentimental, and weighted down by a script full of flat characters and bad dialogue. Others took issue with the film's racial undertones, particularly its use of the magical Negro trope. Director Spike Lee even singled it out, saying, "Blacks are getting lynched left and right, and Bagger Vance is more concerned about improving Matt Damon's golf swing." With a whopping $80 million budget, The Legend of Bagger Vance only managed to gross $39 million worldwide, making it both a financial and cultural misfire. It had star power, spiritual ambition, and beautiful cinematography. But when it came to connecting with audiences, Bagger Vance couldn't quite find its swing.
What's up, you guys? Mitch here,
Hey,
HLRB.
I don't know how Will Smith did it, but he dodged that one, right? I've never heard no backlash about,
sometimes the best
yeah,
film on the
Will,
list is
you
also
did
the
that
one that
movie.
didn't get the
I
love
never
it
heard
deserved.
that.
And Almost Famous is the perfect example.
No
Written
one
and
men-
directed
no one
by Cameron
mentions
Crowe. This
I'm not mad at him.
semi-autobiographical gem is inspired by his own experience as a teenage journalist writing for Rolling Stone in the 1970s. The story follows William Miller, a young music fan who gets the chance of a lifetime to go on tour with an up-and-coming rock band and write about them for the magazine. The fictional band, Stillwater, was a blend of the real rock groups Crowe toured with during his youth, and through them the film captures the messy, magical chaos of life on the road, fame, and finding your voice. Almost Famous premiered at the 2000 Toronto International Film Festival and later opened in limited release on September 15, 2000, earning $2.3 million across 131 theaters in its first weekend. It eventually expanded to a wider release, grossing $47.4 million worldwide, against a $60 million budget. Not terrible, but not enough to make it a box office success. Critics, however, adored it. The film was showered with praise and went on to be nominated for over 100 awards, with Cameron Crowe winning an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Audiences may have skipped it in theaters, but over the years, Almost Famous found its audience, becoming a true cult classic and a love letter to rock and roll, youth, and the bittersweet journey of growing up. It even found new life on stage, making its Broadway debut in November of 2022. In the end, Almost Famous might not have rocked the box office, but it absolutely rocked our hearts. And that's the kind of flop any filmmaker would be proud of. As always, thanks for watching.
Hey.
If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos.
What was interesting about you telling me that story is the whole time I'm thinking, that sounds like such a good story with so many outlets or at least open opportunities to be add-ons to that story. You got a young man who's going through life, maybe dealing with women, maybe seeing things he's not supposed to. You got a band of adults who are living all types of life. I'm thinking to myself, this should be, if you would have told me, that it was just flopped, because I'm thinking number one is going to be the biggest flop. I'm thinking to myself, this movie needs to be remade. But they don't need to make a movie. They need to make it into a show, a series. Get 4 or 5 seasons out of something like this. You take a bunch of good writers and somebody basically, their story, their life story, if they come to the table with a pamphlet, with about a book of this, a bunch of ideas and different moments in their life, you get a whole series out of it. You get a whole series out of that. But you said all that, and it's on number 1 for flop. You said all that to just say, oh yeah, it flopped with the numbers, but people love it. It sounds like a great story. And another thing, let's go back to that. Was that Sydney Sweeney that you were showing? Or no? Oh no, that's not Sydney Sweeney. I'm tripping, chat. Here, I'm gonna show you who it is so you're not like, bro, where did you see Sydney? I thought old girl on the left was Sydney. I'm wrong. Alright, chat.
While everyone was talking...
No. We gotta start turning things down in life when you don't need to deal with it. No.
Came through drippin', drippin'. Came through drippin', drippin'. Came through drippin'.
My bad, chat. She said, sorry. Sorry I'm like this. Sorry I can't help but look for attention. Hey, we get it, love. We get it. Oh, she's overly going. Oh, is that part of the train? To like look shocked? What in the Willy Wonka? Love, put the cross down. Let's avoid that conversation. Are you serious? What was that? Show what you gotta show and get off the camera. Word, there you go. Act surprised for 2 seconds, not 10. Yeah, I wasn't even on the internet when this came out. When this went viral or was trending, I didn't see none of this. This must have been like COVID era. It looked like that last girl's name said pregnant. I'll tell y'all, let me pay attention. I know, react harder, react harder. Not bad. Believe me, I'm paying attention when I let you know. Look, she's sitting there disappointing her father right now. Alright, let me not. Don't take the fun out of it, right? I didn't even see hers. I definitely didn't even see hers either. Look, she's trouble. She done pull her own hand down. She put her head in it? She put her head. Hey, that's funny. Now this one is trouble. Pressure. I wasn't even paying attention on that. It looked like it was a bunch of other things and not that. You know who she looked like? What's that young lady's name that y'all... Yeah, like her. Like that's her. Trejo, yeah. She done been with a few artists, I think, a few rappers I've seen her. Did Trejo have that pressure? I didn't even see. I was too busy looking at the fact that I recognized her. They done just changed up the trend, ain't I guess she just wanted to be on the algorithm. Trouble, that's trouble right there. She's gonna change her act to pregnant. Pressure. They're all gonna make some proud husbands one day. I mean, some husbands proud husbands. She got all dolled up just for that. Pressure. Some of these women look alike. She gave us the big eyes. Oh yeah, she's going. She's going, that's dang, she did a little, she did a little, trouble. Petite women have such a angled arch. They just know what they're doing. They really do. They don't stay petite for long, right? Because they end up getting pregnant. Petite women have that type of arch that's out of here. Anytime I ever, see a petite woman arch, it's like, it's clean. It's clean, to say the least. It's clean. Looking for like, yeah. No, we watched this already. Here, let's watch it.
Hello guys, welcome to another video of CamPad YouTube channel. We are simply appreciating all models from all over the world. If this is your first time here, please be sure to subscribe and like this video for more videos of the best curvy models from all over the world. Grace Mathias is a trailblazing figure in the fashion industry, celebrated for her curvaceous physique and unwavering commitment to body positivity. Raised in Puerto Rico, she discovered her passion for modeling at a young age, defying conventional beauty standards and embracing her unique shape. She has graced the covers of numerous high-profile magazines, walked the runway for renowned designers, and starred in empowering ad campaigns that challenge society's narrow definition of beauty. Beyond her modeling career, Grace Mathias is a vocal advocate for inclusivity and self-acceptance. She uses her platform to inspire women of all shapes and sizes to love themselves unconditionally and to reject the pressures of conformity. Through her candid social media presence and involvement in various charitable initiatives, she continues to champion diversity and representation in an industry known for its lack of inclusivity. With her fearless spirit and unwavering confidence, Grace Mathias continues to redefine beauty standards, proving that true beauty knows no size. If you liked this video and what you see, please be sure to leave a like for this beauty on this video. Check out her beautiful photos on her Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video so you can see more videos of beautiful and curvy models from all over the world.
I guess that's the new thing, chat. Like, women that just want to be extra revealing and show their
Your
body
girl so fine,
online.
but her breath is
They
like
just say their body
She
positive.
say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced
We
out,
were just talking about
looking
arches.
like a star. Woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like
Well, she ain't lying.
She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Woo.
As a grown woman, though, come on,
don't
chat.
have no
Be
panties.
grown for 1 minute. Be grown
Your girl so
with me.
fine, but
You can
her
go
breath
be a
is
young
like
boy later. Be grown
She say
with
she
me.
wanna
As
dance,
a
but
grown
she
man,
don't
you
know how
walk
to
in and this is what your
I'm
wife is
iced out,
recording.
ooh, looking like a star.
What's your
Her
first
name is
thought?
Jenny,
Like,
ooh,
why?
bitch don't have no panties.
Why?
Woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is
going
like
on?
woo. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how
Hey,
to woo.
women love to
Iced
tell
out,
men
ooh,
when
looking
they're
like a
down
star.
bad.
Woo.
Like,
Her name
oh,
is
you're
Jenny,
down
ooh,
bad.
bitch
You're
don't have no
messaging
panties.
girls on
Woo.
Facebook. Oh,
Your
you're
girl so
down
fine,
bad.
but her breath is like
You did this. You
She
took
say
a
she
girl
wanna
here.
dance, but she don't
This
know
is
how
down
to
bad.
I'm iced out,
This is
ooh,
down bad.
looking like a
Women
star.
that are
Her
craving
name
this
is
much
Jenny, ooh,
attention,
bitch
this
don't
is
have
down
no
bad.
panties. Woo.
You pull out your
girl so
phone to
fine, but
record
her breath is
this.
like woo.
What
She say
about
she
this
wanna
is
dance, but she don't know
entertaining?
how to woo. I'm iced out,
Besides the
ooh,
obvious.
looking like a star. Woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Woo. Your girl so
Telling you.
fine, but her breath is
women.
like
Let's see.
She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how
I'm
to
not talking about
I'm iced out,
looks.
ooh,
I'm talking
looking
about
like
the
a star.
actual arch.
Her name is Jenny, ooh,
Look at this.
bitch don't have no panties. Woo.
Look at this.
Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo.
Way
She say
more-
she wanna
way more
dance,
arch
but she
than-
don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties.
See, I've never seen any of this
Your girl
chat.
so
Like,
fine, but
what
her breath
happened
is
to
like
it?
woo. She says she wanna dance,
No
but she
wonder all
don't
these
know
women
how to.
had kids in the
Iced
last
out,
5 years. All
looking
these
like a
videos
star.
were going out there to
Her
their
name is
followers.
Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties.
People were
Your
hitting
girl so
in
fine,
everybody's
but her
inbox.
breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh.
Hey, it's safe to say though, out of all these women, at least one of them told their boyfriend, "I'm a virgin." You're a virgin. Yeah, I'm a virgin. And at least one of those boyfriends bought that. Like, oh, okay, yeah, she's never done anything. Meanwhile, TikTok, intermediate, pro. How would you know?
Iced out, ooh, looking like a star.
How would you know?
Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh.
Oh, it's pressure.
Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh,
Wow.
looking like a star.
Not bad.
Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties.
It has
Your girl
to
so
it.
fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she
Hey, I
wanna
give credit
dance,
where
but she
credit's
don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh,
Still a
looking
dumb
like a
video.
star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like,
she ain't lying.
She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star.
She knew good and well her
name is
man better
Jenny,
not
ooh,
see her
bitch
face
don't
on
have
the
no
video
panties.
like this, doing this stupid.
Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh.
Why would
I'm
she put
iced
that,
out,
right?
ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star.
Hey, you know Misery loves company.
Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties.
Tatiana's love
Your girl
company
so
too. They had
fine,
to
but
do
her
it
breath
together.
is like, ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Ooh. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a
Bro,
star.
this is a long video for the
Her
same
name
thing.
is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like,
Hold up.
ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to.
Hold up now.
I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is
You know what?
Jenny,
I do
ooh,
see the
bitch don't have
importance in
no
this
panties.
video.
Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like,
Please.
ooh. She says she wanna dance, but she
If
don't know
anything,
how
they
to.
do it.
I'm
They're
iced
the
out,
worst.
ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, ooh. She says she wanna
I'm with
dance,
the
but she
last
don't
girl.
know how to.
She's right.
I'm
That's
iced out,
better.
ooh, looking like a star. Ooh. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties. Ooh. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star.
She look like a cheerleader.
Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo.
I get it.
She
Yeah, I know
says
what
she
y'all
wanna
doing.
dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star, woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star, woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo. She says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo. I'm iced out, ooh, looking like a star, woo. Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo.
Like
she
me,
says
she
she
said.
wanna dance, but she don't know how to woo.
Alright, chat.
Iced out, ooh, looking like a star.
We'll be right back.
Her name is Jenny, ooh, bitch don't have no panties, woo. Your girl so fine, but her breath is like woo.